Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another PGR reaction. Today we have Roland's EP, Edenis. This is a song I have not gotten to that apparently did have a spot in the last song I listened to. And Lang in the comments of the last video said that to me, and I'm like, you know what? Yeah, I don't think I have done a video on that. I checked, I hadn't, so now I'm gonna hear what song this is and what part of that other song it was. So that's gonna be kind of weird seeing it in hindsight of like what I've already effectively heard. I'll recognize it, which usually doesn't happen unless it's like a follow-up song, so going backwards feels weird. But either way, I've got to hear what this sounds like, so without further ado, let's go! Also, I saw there was like a longer version. Ooh. But it felt like it would probably just be an extended version. I wasn't positive, but... Oh, it's this. Oh, it's this part. Ooh. I get to hear the source. Ooh. Oh, there's a lot more crunch on this one. Yeah, the texture is way stronger on here. I think I've only ever seen the composer May like once before, so it's kind of neat seeing their name again. Whew. Those little subtle things in the sound design. It's just so compressed. It's so heavy. Ooh, it lightened up a little bit there. Ooh, it's getting... It went from like everything in the center, it got a little bit more wide at the end. Interesting. Interesting way to handle that. Also, why am I getting like Metal Gear Rising vibes out of this guy? So this song was interesting in that it's more atmosphere than anything else. The sound design is really what takes the cake in this song. There's not that much going on melodically at all, really. Like there is kind of a faint overhead of music happening, but it's mostly just noise, like constructed noise to sound like it's a song. It's rhythmic, but that doesn't necessarily make it feel melodic. It's hitting a really specific area, like it's exclusively trying to make the case for itself that it is a song for somebody that's no nonsense. A little bit of an industrial background makes sense with like all the tech on the character we were seeing, and just somebody who doesn't take no for an answer and takes no bullshit, takes no prisoners, and everything in that character design alone was giving me that. So the song just reflecting that, and that's a great pairing for a song to a character that fits so naturally together. Somebody that has all of those traits being reflected by a song that is completely sound designed. A song that's designed around the atmosphere and the mood, not the tone and the like musicality of it. I think that's really interesting. I've heard that approach a few times, but it's not too often you get something this exclusively sound designed with like very little musical elements. There was this constant like churning bass synth underneath everything, very industrial. It didn't really have have much, again, when it comes to the case of melodic structure. It was just kind of going. You could have likened it to a machine just running through its paces on its day-to-day operation. There is just nothing melodic really there, aside from a constant drone of mechanical noise. But also, to flesh out what I said about this character being really serious, there's also a kind of soft levity to having this sort of song to it. Like, all those little sound design trickles in there, all those little mechanical noises in there that are breaking up the serious overall tone, makes me think that there's somebody that might be a little bit quippy, you know, like might be sarcastic or something to that respect. That wouldn't surprise me at all. Having something in the structure of a song that's designed to break up the overall more serious tone tends to reflect that sort of personality trait. It's the reflection of somebody who's, while serious like 99% of the time, there's that 1% of the time where they're just like, you know, a little goofy, just has a moment or two of just not wanting to be too serious. It's a little bit of personality shining through. And I think that's exactly what those sound design elements represent. It's a little bit of breakup to that overall monotony, and it makes it feel so much more personal and a little bit more alive. Like, they're not a literal machine. They might be mostly machine, partially machine. It definitely looked like you had kind of like an android, maybe a little bit like Genos from One Punch Man, where their body is pretty much all electronics and robotics, but definitely still has a soul and a personality to them. So all these things in this song, and the fact that it's not a traditional structure of a song, without a melodic structure especially, it makes me feel like that's pretty much the long and short of this character's personality, and what their goals are maybe are reflected in this as well, because that seriousness may be reflecting their drive to complete something, you know, like their overall goal. Very serious goal, maybe not the most serious person. There's a few ways you can take a lot of what I've said here. So to prevent myself from further yapping, thank you all so very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any other songs from PGR you want me to get to, please leave them down in the comments below, and I will do my best as always to get to them. And of course, if you just like this video and you want to follow me and support me for more, you know how to do all that, and I will see you all in the next video. Goodbye!